Tabs flicker, notifications stack. You're scrolling through 5 versions of the same file, none labeled correctly, while feedback lives everywhere and nowhere. It's an endless stream of noise piling up. Deadlines aren't missed because teams aren't working hard. They slip because the underlying structure supporting the work is broken. It's an accumulating tax on your energy, what we call process debt. Every buried email and scattered chat thread silently drains the intellectual capital of the team. Adding another highly specialized app to solve this doesn't fix the leak. It usually creates another silo, scattering the work across even more disconnected platforms. Fixing it requires looking past the individual tasks to see the geometry of how the work actually moves through the system. The real threat to innovation is rarely a shortage of good ideas. It is a broken feedback loop that buries ideas beneath administrative friction before they can breathe. Inside Sigma BankAI's I'm In virtual innovation engine, Don Lyon and his team approach this problem by analyzing the structure itself. They don't rely on post-mortem surveys to figure out what went wrong. They treat it like anthropology, embedding software developers directly alongside the designers doing the work. They watch where the sighs happen. They track those physical moments of frustration to map exactly where the creative process stalls. From those observations, they move to destructive prototyping. The mandate is straightforward: build, break, and learn. They build rough, unfinished flows and intentionally push them to their absolute breaking points. Every early prototype acts as a sacrificial lamb to expose hidden structural weaknesses. This embrace of messy iteration forces a clear truth to the surface. It proves that the enemy of progress is fragmentation, and isolating that problem is how you begin to fix it. Out of that testing phase emerges a new framework. They call it New Note, an active command center built on 4 specific pillars. The first pillar is centralization, forcing scattered project files and feedback into a single, undeniable source of truth. Second is automation, using intelligent handoffs to entirely eliminate administrative lag. Third is real-time insights, predicting and neutralizing bottlenecks before they threaten the schedule. Finally, there is simple interaction. The interface is engineered for extremely low cognitive load, stripping away unnecessary visual noise. Combining these 4 pillars changes the behavior of the software. Instead of relying on manual updates from a team, the system actively and autonomously pushes the work forward. The result is an environment stripped of the chaotic pings and disjointed threads that usually define the workday, replaced by structural calm. It relies on the paradox of the invisible interface. The most effective digital tools demand zero attention. They disappear entirely so the work can hold the focus. This reflects a design philosophy rooted in anticipating time and human behavior, operating in what the team calls the 4th dimension. Here, true simplicity is never where you start. It is a victory earned by traveling directly through the complexity. Because this framework is modular, its application goes beyond creative teams. It is already organizing the workflows of architects, software engineers, and financial planners. When you integrate Sigma BankAI's generative engines, the system does more than organize the work. It provides the foundational scaffolding for a project's first iteration. Rebuilding the workflow from the ground up ensures that the technology fully submits to the people using it. It clears the path so pure ideas can move from concept to reality without the friction.